Do you ever feel like you're doing everything in your business? Posting, networking, serving clients, saying yes to every opportunity, and yet growth feels miles away? Here's the truth that most entrepreneurs don't want to admit. It's not a missing strategy keeping you stuck. It's the hidden habit of people pleasing disguised as hard work. Welcome, friends. I'm Sandy Bartlett, and this is Journey to Self Power Beyond People Pleasing. This week on YouTube, I shared how hustling harder isn't the answer, it's actually draining you. And today on the podcast, I want to go a little deeper because this isn't about working more or working smarter. It's about untangling why you're hustling in the first place and what it's really costing you. Before we get into that, our intuitive moment comes from the staff card in the mystical shaman oracle deck. The staff is a sacred tool of authority and guidance. It reminds us that true power isn't about pushing harder or doing more. It's about walking in balance. The guidebook tells us the staff represents support, stability, and the ability to direct energy with clarity. It asks us to lean into the wisdom of discernment, to know when to act, when to pause, and when to simply stand in our truth. For me, this message connects so deeply to entrepreneurship and people pleasing. When we overwork, we're swinging the staff wildly, trying to prove our worth. But when we use it with intention, the staff steadies us. It becomes a reminder that leadership and growth come not from hustle, but from grounded alignment. So as you listen today, let the staff be your invitation to pause and ask, am I leading from fear or from clarity? Am I using my energy to prove myself or to create from a place of balance and truth? I know hustle well. For much of my life, I thought if I just worked harder, sacrificed more, and said yes to everything, it would prove my worth. That pattern didn't start in business. It started at home. As a kid, I was the latchkey child, chores, responsibilities, doing things that weren't meant for a child's shoulders. Later in life, it showed up in relationships, bending, overextending, carrying more than my share. And of course, when I stepped into entrepreneurship, that same pattern followed me. I said yes to every client request, yes to collaborations that weren't aligned, yes to opportunities I didn't even want, because somewhere deep down, I thought, if I keep saying yes, they'll see I'm enough. But instead of validation, what I got was exhaustion. I was hustling not from alignment, but from fear. And that exhaustion didn't just drain my energy, it blocked my growth. Every people pleaser persona has their own way of hustling too hard. Caretakers overload themselves with service, believing more giving equals more value. Chameleons take on projects they don't even want just to fit in. Performers hustle for applause, piling on achievements to feel seen. Peacemakers agree to everything, terrified that saying no will upset someone. And ghosts avoid visibility until guilt takes over, then overwork in the background to make up for it. These aren't business strategies, they're survival strategies. And they're costing you your energy, your clarity, and your growth. For your inner reflection, take a breath with me and ask yourself, where in your business are you hustling from fear instead of alignment? Where are you working harder, not because it's what you want, but because you're afraid of what will happen if you stop? Our whispers of wisdom today comes from Anne Lamott. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Exhaustion isn't proof of commitment. It's proof that your energy needs to be reclaimed. This week, for your empowerment action, I want you to pause before saying yes. Just pause. Ask yourself one question. Am I saying yes from alignment or from fear? That one pause is so powerful. It stops the automatic hustle. It gives you space to choose. And each time you choose alignment over fear, you build a business that feels energizing, not exhausting. Overwork may look like dedication, but underneath, it's often people pleasing in disguise. True growth doesn't come from hustling harder. It comes from honoring your energy and saying yes only where it aligns. Until next time, be true to you.